My name's Anne Beggs. I'm married to a complete lunatic.
Why is there a piece of glass in the bath?
All the stuff that I'd specifically asked you to leave alone and not touch, you took to the charity shop.
Yes, I'm a bad boy.
I did start swearing at him, yeah.
Don't take none of that to the charity shop or I'll stab you. Artificial ignorance. Well, welcome back to North and South Mind Your Mouth.
So this week we thought we would, because last podcast was just supposed to be a dry run.
Yeah.
But you and Willow got a bit excited and decided to put it out there. So it was not
you
really...
mean professional?
No, it was not very professional. I think we had no direction.
I love that.
And we didn't even start off with who we are. Or we're just assuming that people know who we are. And
if people don't know who we are, then let them do some research.
Well, introduce yourself.
My name is John Pertwee, and I was the 5th Doctor.
Okay. And again?
My name's William
Nick!
Hartnell, and I was the 1st Doctor.
Just come on, please. Just do it properly.
All right.
Just...
My name's Rod Hull, and I used to have an emu, but it died. It shrunk in the wash.
Okay. My name's Anne Beggs. I'm married to a complete lunatic.
Am I? I'm not a lunatic.
I'm a wedding planner, and he's a musician. So if you didn't know who we are, then it's just a little bit of context.
There we go. Welcome back to North and South Mind Your Mouth.
And now people know who we are.
They do. I think we need to say something about cultural event.
No.
Just happened.
No, before
she's interrupting me.
Before that, we need to ask people to like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, like and subscribe.
Because apparently on podcasts that's what you do. So if you could like it and subscribe to it, and there's no ads because
no ads.
We're not that big, and nobody wants to sponsor us because we haven't asked them to.
I think we should do our own ads.
No.
Yes, we should.
No. Okay, so let's not...
Do you want gleamy teeth? Then get Squeaky Gleamy Teether. It's really gleamy and teethy for squeaky clean teeth. Don't turn it off! I want all this in.
No. Right, okay, so...
Hi, wife. How's your life?
Well, it's been a stressful week, hasn't it? Let's be honest. And it's only Wednesday.
Okay, I know what you're going to say. But before we get into the really, gris of this week, I think we need to say something about the massive cultural event of the death of Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, okay, we can talk about that.
I think that's quite important.
That's important.
Because that is a sort of placeholder in time. And he died.
He did.
And
he was very influential to you.
He was very influential to millions of people around the world. So God bless Ozzy Osbourne. And yes, by the way, that thing on Pop Bitch was true. That really happened. And if you don't know what it is, go and find it. Do your research.
Your receipts.
Do your receipts. Year end coming up. Are you kicking your mic stand?
I don't know.
Well, you just can't touch it because
oh God.
they're all mine.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you can't because you're going to get gum, gum.
Really?
Gum, gum.
Well, that's a horrible noise, isn't it?
So, hello, wife.
Okay,
How's
we've done
life?
that. We've done that.
Have we? I've got Alzheimer's. I can't remember
God,
what I did
that's the
5
third
minutes
time.
ago.
Can we just, some of that's got to go.
Can we say something about Ozzy Osbourne and his death? Because it's a big cultural placeholder.
Okay, right, stop.
Oh.
Should we talk about our week? A little bit about our week.
You start.
So it's been a stressful week because our daughter moved to Spain the weekend with her family and her husband and her kids for his new job. So I've been quite emotional.
Yeah, you have been.
And stressed about the whole thing. Plus it's wedding season for me, so that's just a lot. And I've got a massive wedding this weekend that I'm prepping for. So there's a lot been going on. And then we've been trying to help Liv with the house because she's renting it out. So Nick's been going in and painting, ready for the new tenants moving in. And I left him alone in the house doing some painting. And he said to me, what's all this stuff in this room? Didn't you? Didn't I?
Yeah. I know where this is going.
What did I say to you?
You said, don't take none of that to the charity shop or I'll stab you.
I didn't say that. I said, leave all of that alone. And we're going to come back to the accent, which that's got to stop as well. You said, what's all this? And I said, just leave it. I know what's what. I'll sort it. And I went off to London to meet a friend, to have a little bit of time out, just to go and have a coffee. And I came back and you picked me up from the station and you very proudly went, oh, I took all that stuff to the charity shop. And yeah, I wanted to stab you in the head.
It was great. It was good. It felt really good to get rid of all
Because
of that
Nick
stuff.
he can't see mess anywhere. It has to be moved. It has to be gone. And I just looked at you and I was just like...
You know, you left your pen up there.
Leave it alone. Do you know what? I'm going to just start leaving things around just to piss you off now.
Well, you're doing a very good job.
Anyway, stop deflecting.
Okay, fine.
So all the stuff that I'd specifically asked you to leave alone and not touch, you took to the charity shop.
Yes, I'm a bad boy.
And it was all stuff that Liv didn't want to take to Spain because of a space issue, but was the kids' memory stuff. So things with their names on, and a really special first Christmas present that she bought for Orla, which was a little push-along dog, and all gone. All gone. And I thought I was going to cry.
I did cry.
I did cry.
Olivia cried.
I
did.
And you were just like, well, you got all defensive.
I got defensive.
And I just said, you should have fucking left it alone,
but
like you were told.
Called me old-fashioned, but what happened to labelling?
Why did she need to label it? She
Like,
told me this is what's what with it. And I said to you...
But you didn't tell me.
I said to you, leave it alone. And you didn't. So you're in the doghouse.
I'm in the pushy along doghouse that
So
went to the
then-
charity shop. Oh, and then it gets fruity.
Then I had to... I put a photograph of the box of stuff and a letter, and I said, which charity shop did you take it to? And he said, the one opposite Waitrose.
No, I said the Salvation Army. That's what I said.
Opposite Waitrose. You said opposite Waitrose.
I said the Salvation Army, the one opposite Waitrose. Those were my words.
Yeah. So because I was flapping, went to the charity shop opposite Waitrose, which wasn't the Salvation Army.
It was the Heart Foundation.
Because the Salvation Army one is not opposite Waitrose.
Well, if you'd gone to the Salvation Army and not the Heart Foundation, you would have been bullseye.
So I put a note through the door, and the sign said that they were open at 9:30 the next morning. So I get there at 9:30 the next morning, and I go in and I ask the woman, and she said, oh, we got your note. Really sorry, nobody brought anything in like that yesterday. You sure it's not the other one further up? And then I had heart failure and ran, and Paul Willow's with me running behind. And then I go in and have to deal with the most obnoxious man that I think I've ever met.
He was just doing his job. He was just being a volunteer.
He was being a job's worth, is what he was being.
Okay.
Anyway, the dog had been sold 10
North
minutes
and south.
before I arrived. So, again, nervous breakdown. And there's a really nice woman in the shop saying, oh, she was pushing a trolley and she had red hair. So I said to Willow, right, go and search town. So Willow's off running around town trying to find this woman who's just bought the dog. The rest of the stuff, he's like on the phone to his colleague and he's saying, oh, it's because it's got names on it. It's all been bagged up for the rag man. And I'm like, well, can I go through the bags? And he's like, no, you can't. They're sealed. It all got very heated. And he just got very obnoxious. And
you started swearing at him.
I did start swearing at him, yeah.
And apparently a Chinese lady said, can't you just let her have a look in the bags? And he said, what did he say?
No, I've told you no. It's no. And I'm like, so it's in the building. You're just going to let it go and be binned? And he was like, yes. Great. I was like, this is very charitable, isn't it? So I did get very gobby and very northern.
Then and
I did swear at him. I'm not proud of it. I did swear at him. And then I came out to the shop and I phoned Nick and I was like, you get down here and you sort this out. And you did. You came down, didn't sort it out.
Well, the first thing I knew about it was Willow sent me a message saying, can you come and retrieve Gobby Mum from the charity shop? So I thought, oh, what's going on? So then you told me. So I thought, I'm going to take a different approach. So I went in, and as soon as I went in, I clocked him and he was serving someone. And this Indian lady said to me, are you the guy from that band? And I went, please don't use the K word in public. And she started laughing. And she said, can I have your photograph? My friend lives in South Africa and he's a big fan of yours. I said, sure. So I was like bigging it up in front of this guy. I was using my standing in the community to get what I wanted. And so...
Didn't work.
Well, hang on. Don't... Spoiler alert. So anyway, I said to her... Who should we get to take the photograph? I said, oh, maybe this lovely man will do it for us. And he came over and he said, yes, of course. And so I shook my head like this. I did all my tussly hair. I said, how do I look? And he went, every bit the rock star. And I thought, this is going to be a walk in the park. The fluffy toys are back in my camp anytime. Camp being the operative word. And anyway, so he took the picture and then she went off all happy. And... so they said, I believe you spoke to my wife this morning. And he went, oh, you're the husband, are you? And I said, yes. I said, it's all my fault. It would have been okay if they'd labelled everything, but they didn't, But, here we are. So he said, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about it. And I said, so I understand that they're actually on the premises. And he said, yes, they're upstairs in bags, and because they are sealed, we don't have anyone to open them. And I said to him, I'll give you a week free volunteer time if you let me go upstairs. He said, no, you haven't been cleared, so you can't go upstairs. And I just thought, this is like dealing with AI.
It's just like computer says no.
It was like dealing with AI, but less intelligent AI. Artificial ignorance. So as much as I tried... he was not going to give in. And there was even a woman ahead of me. I said, can you serve this lady and then we continue this? So I was waiting, I was being patient, I was being very nice. Came back to him. No, not a chance. So then I said, could I have the manager then? So he gave me the manager he said that she's in tomorrow, but he wouldn't give me her number. He barely gave me correct second name. And then one of the other member staff came and said, it's such and such a person. So anyway, I had a name, but no telephone number. Then you call.
And I've got the manager's name and phone
Anne's got
number.
the correct manager's name and number, and it's not the name I've just been given. So then what happened?
Then you phoned.
I phoned him, and he was very nice.
He was very nice, and he's having somebody look at it today.
He's having so. Are you bored yet?
And that's fine. But then the real, where it gets interesting is I come home and I put over all of the Leighton Buzzard Facebook pages, has anybody seen this dog, with a photograph of the push-along dog? Does anybody know who bought it?
Yeah.
I'll buy it back. And within about an hour, I had a message from somebody saying, I've seen a lady with that today, and I think I know where she lives. So she gave me the address. It's a block of flats, and I went down with a printout and a flyer, and it was, I think it's like a sheltered accommodation.
Okay.
And there were some carers in there, and so I spoke to them, and they said, we'll try and get it back for you. We'll see what we can do. And then about 10 minutes later, I had a phone call from a lovely lady who'd bought it for £3 and said she wanted to reunite the doggy with my granddaughter.
But even she said, why didn't they label it?
She did not.
She did.
She did not.
She said, why don't they label it? Yeah, sticky
so doggy came home. I gave this lady her money back and a nice box of Waitrose chocolates to say thank you for being so kind and letting us have the doggy back. And so we've retrieved the dog. TBC on the rest of the stuff. But yeah, you've been in the doghouse.
Waiting to hear about, if the other stuff comes back. Anyway, I think...
Thank God for Facebook pages.
Yeah, I think we probably lost 100% of our following now just by this one stupid story.
One very stupid story from one very stupid husband who just can't control his ability to tidy up and clear up, and he's done it. You've done it to Willow. You've taken stuff of hers to the charity shop.
I'll take you to the charity shop.
I've volunteered you to the charity shop on Facebook. I was like, I think Nick's going to the charity shop. So we kind of thought about maybe doing some little irregular topics that we could talk about. Like the watching of TV.
Oh, God,
because we struggle to find anything to watch that we both like. So there's a few key things that we found over the years.
Well, that's because I hate everything.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't like really normal TV.
I don't like terrestrial TV, but then 99.9% of all cinema makes me vomit.
This is so weird because you have this kind of like hatred of anything mainstream. Like you don't like soap operas and you don't like dramas and you don't like most stuff. But then you do like Heidi High.
Ah, now that's traditional. That's from my childhood.
And what's
Anything
that
by
other one?
Croft and Perry, I think, is engaging. You rang my lord.
Yeah. And Hello, Hello.
I love Hello, Hello. It's all culturally wrong. And there's, you can go into the Benny Hill aspect of it, which is absolutely politically incorrect. But because I watched it when I was a kid, when it comes up on flash, a clip flashes up somewhere, and I go, oh, God, I remember watching this. Yes, you're right. It's terrible.
You put it on and I'll be like, oh.
You're very patient.
And you won't watch anything that I want to watch.
Well, you are very patient when it comes to letting me have the remote control.
Because the reason I do it is because I will just sit and watch what you want to watch. I'll put something on and I just get a running commentary of how shit it is.
Or I'll go out.
Or, you just leave the room. You won't just hang out with me and watch TV that I want to watch. So we thought we would make each other watch something. I mean, I watch your stuff all the time. So I think that this is slightly unfair to me.
I do try to find something that you like. Like the other night we watched that thing about London.
That was interesting.
Because I know that you're interested in that stuff. Sometimes we'll watch things about that hotel that you quite like, about the super hotels and all that stuff. But
yeah. And Gogglebox. We love Gogglebox. We love Breaking Bad. Not
the celebrity one, though.
Yeah, why do you not like the celebrity one?
I don't like the celebrity one. I prefer the one of the Joe Public. I think they're kind of more interesting.
So we will watch that together. Currently, that's probably the only thing that we like watching together.
Yeah.
We used to like
Below Decks, but I can't watch that.
I love Below Deck. I should make you watch a Below Deck.
Okay.
And then things like Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, we've liked.
That's a genius series.
Doctor Who, but you don't like any of the new Doctor Who's.
I kind of went off it after David Tennant left.
I know.
I think he was the last great linchpin of Doctor Who, and let's not get into that because it's kind of loaded with inference. I've lost interest with it. I think every Doctor Who context has been covered, really. So,
I made you watch an episode of Coronation Street.
You made me watch a episode of Coronation Street.
And you made me watch something about aliens. Shocker-rama.
No, it wasn't about aliens. It was about
UAPs.
UAPs. And
which is an unidentified...
anomalous phenomenon.
Yeah. Forgotten that bit.
Do you want to talk about that first, or shall I talk about Coronation Street?
I'll talk about that because I actually found that very interesting, and I find the whole alien thing, as much as everybody takes the mickey out of you for it, I do...
Not everybody does.
No, not everybody does. But I actually do find that whole thing very, very interesting, and I do believe it. So it's not like you're having to convince me that there's something going on, because I do believe that aliens exist, and I believe in and you see the footage, and it's actually incredible. And the people who are talking about these unidentified flying objects are fighter pilots who've seen it. They're like credible people.
The best observers in the world.
Yeah. So that was really interesting. So I actually really enjoyed that. How did you find Coronation Street, darling? Did you love it?
Well, it made me realise how much times have changed. The opening scene was two gay men in the back of a car with steamy windows, it sort of inferring they were having sex. And I'm thinking, this is Coronation Street.
Coronation Street 2025.
How times have changed. And then some guy knocks on the window, and the steamy window comes down, and they're like necking, and they're going, "Oh, you come to join in." I'm thinking, how times have changed. And then they get out, and then he's saying to him, "Oh, you're going to get your big tool out." How times have changed. And I'm thinking, this is Coronation Street. Yeah. So that was the first episode.
It's funny.
Funny. I was kind of like, it was. You see, Benny Hill. We just talked about Benny Hill being like.
But you see, that's Coronation Street for me, because as a kid in the 70s, when you had we didn't have 4 channels, we had 3 channels. You watch TV with your parents, you know, and my mum loved Coronation Street. So Corrie, and then, you know, well, back in the 70s, it was just Corrie, wasn't it, really? It wasn't even EastEnders or Brookside or anything like that. It was just Corrie. And the music just makes me think of being a
The music
kid.
is the best thing about it. And the scene, at the opening scene, have they still got the opening credits with the rooftops?
Well, yeah, but much more modernised. It's not the
They've
same.
modernised it.
Yeah, it's not. Well, it's not the one from the 70s.
Well, the theme is the same as the 70s.
No, it's been. Well, it is, but it's kind of.
I think it's exactly the same. A muted trumpet playing that plaintive melody.
I think it.
Which is really beautiful, actually.
Well, yeah, it's the same tune, but I'm sure it's been updated. It's not exactly the same. Anyway, this is boring.
Sorry. Sorry, but we defaulted to music.
So did you enjoy it, though?
No.
Okay,
I thought it was utter rot. Not because of the gay scenes, you know. I don't have hey, some of my best friends are gay. Most people think I'm gay. I'm very happy to perpetuate that. But it's dreadful. There's only one worse piece of drama on British broadcasting, and that's The Archers.
That's terrible.
Which I still can't understand why it's still going, and because it's the longest running radio show in the world.
Yeah,
but it says more about the British than it says about anything else, I think. So there we go. I've just pissed off a huge swathe of people by coming out with both those statements. But
I thought because we're north and south, I thought making you watch some Corrie would be a good way to start.
Well, I realise now why I never have really watched a full episode until.
It's just a nice little escapism getaway.
Are you talking about like numbing the mind? Is that what you're
Yeah.
describing?
And when you don't have to be challenged by everything that you watch.
I was challenged by it. I was very challenged about what am I doing with my life. I was having existential angst watching the minutes tick by.
Dear God.
Thinking,
do you know what? And you didn't even watch a whole episode.
And I didn't say a single thing while it was on.
Yeah, you didn't. That was actually quite a miracle.
Well, I think if you're going to indulge me and watch the stuff that I ask you to watch, I've got to respectfully watch the stuff you ask me to watch.
So Below Deck for you next week, then, I think.
It would appear so.
Love Below Deck.
And what about for Anne?
What did I say?
What am I going to watch? So what are you going to make me watch next week?
I don't know.
Can it just not be about Hitler?
Oh, well, I'm fascinated by the Nazis. It's like it's a mind-numbing piece of history, and also the way in which we are. Anyway, let's not go there.
Yeah, let's not. Because I don't want to watch anything about Hitler. So the other thing that we thought we'd discuss is a little bit about our north and south differences.
Okay.
But Willow hasn't given me any notes about that.
Well,
so.
you can think of some, can't you?
Willow does the script.
You can think of some.
And I wanted a little more time to prep, but Nick, being Nick, once we decided that we were doing this morning, was like, "Come on, sit down now, let's go." And I was like, "Oh my God, okay." So that's what I'm dealing with daily. So
how come we're still married?
I don't know, darling, because I love you very much.
Well, I love you too, but it's like we are absolutely polar opposite.
We couldn't be more opposite.
That yin and yang thing?
Yeah.
That's you and I.
Yeah.
In absolute 100%. We hate each other's TV.
Yeah.
We hate each other's music. The only things that we're agreed on are that we love each other and our children.
Yeah.
And we respect each other.
And I think we laugh a lot.
You laugh at me.
Together. I do laugh at you. And I say laugh and you say?
Laugh.
Oh, that's what we should talk about. The story about when we first met.
What, your glass bath?
Yeah. Tell the story.
When we were courting, what year?
It was
99? No,
yeah,
99,
yeah.
sometime
We started
around
seeing
there,
each other
maybe
99.
even early 2000s. You'd come down, as we said in the earlier episode, your lovely mother looked after the children and gave you a break. You'd come down from the Wirral and stay with me in my house in Leighton Buzzard. So we were just alone in this rambling house, and I'd cook, we'd hang out, and I had a big fireplace in there, and we'd drink wine. It was great. And one day she was in the bathroom and she said...
No. I came down and I literally walked into the... I think I went into the bathroom.
Into the bathroom?
Into the bathroom. And I was like, what the hell? And I came out of the bathroom and I said to Nick...
No, you didn't come out. You shouted from the bathroom, Nick, why is there a piece of glass in the bath? And of course, I was crying with laughter at that point.
And he said... I put it in there so that you'd say glass and bath in the same sentence. He thought it was hilarious. He thought he was so funny.
I'm still laughing.
25 years later.
So we then played this game with each other. Sometimes you'll say things and I've never heard them before.
Still.
But earlier on you'd say things like, do you want a batch? Do you want a batch? And I said, what? What's a batch? And you'd say,
what's a batch?
What? Pray tell, what is a batch at this time, this unearthly hour? And
That's
you'd
like
say,
a bread roll. It's like a soft bread roll. It's a batch.
Bap. A bap. That's a bap.
No, it's a batch.
Is a bap.
Kex.
Kex, which is underwear.
No.
Pants.
No.
What's kex?
Trousers.
Oh, pantaloons. You're referring to pantaloons, I believe.
Now get your kex on.
Your kex on. Well, yes. Well, okay. We'll make a list.
We'll make a list.
If we remember, we might forget.
We'll make a list of things.
Yes.
That's so funny. And then poor old Willow grew up calling a bath, didn't she?
Bath. Yeah.
Daddy said bath and Mummy said bath. So she'd say, Mummy, can I have a bath, please?
I like the story about when Willow was... I was away on the road and you filmed this. There's a little bit of footage. I think Willow's about 7 or maybe even 6. And she starts telling the boys and you all the things that I'd told her when she was growing up.
Yeah.
And so she's sitting there, she's got this stick-on moustache on, and she's going, dirty, dirty, dirty. Yeah, Daddy told me when he was young, he had a pet dinosaur.
And she totally believed it.
She
and
totally
it's the cutest video.
And then the boys are laughing, and you're saying, what else did he tell you? And she said that, apparently Hitler started the war because he wanted everyone to have moustaches, and if you didn't wear your shoes on the wrong feet, you'd go to prison. And that's true.
Like, that's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Because he was serious when he said that.
He had his serious face on,
Going,
and the boys are killing themselves.
Yeah.
Live.
So then you showed me this, and of course I realised I had
hilarious.
sowed all these seeds of stories going back years and years. And
Bless
I think I
her
was
little mind.
Yeah, and I was in Europe somewhere, and they'd come back. The stories had come back. Oh, that was great. I loved that.
She believed a lot of stuff.
I think the thing about having children and grandchildren, nephews and nieces, is the way you get to corrupt their mind and pollute them with all sorts of stories. Except I can't get away with Orla because...
Orla's too savvy. Orla's our granddaughter.
I'm on to you.
They're absolutely cannot get anything past her. Milo, on the other hand, I think is going to be... He's going to drink it up like Willow did. But Orla's too clever.
Hey!
So, last week we talked about questions, and some of you lovely people who have actually listened to or watched our podcast
Miraculously.
And some of you actually seem to enjoy it. I don't know if you'll enjoy this one. I mean, it's anyone's guess, really. We're just rambly.
Yeah.
But we asked for some questions, and we've been given some questions. Oh God, I'm going to have to put my glasses back on. I had to take my regular glasses in to be repaired this week, and I don't like these ones. That's why I don't want to wear them. Okay, so I don't even know. At Sanyu Woman says, and these are questions for you. How do you deal with the mind-numbing come down that Steve H sings about in The Leavers with Marillion when you go back home from a tour, Nick? That is a foreign language to me. I don't know what any of that means.
Really?
I don't know what that means.
Well, she's referring... Steve Hogarth sings a song about coming home and leaving the road. And a lot of people say, what do you do? How do you deal with the come down after you come off stage. And to me, that's a misnomer, because the best thing about going on the road is coming home. Nothing beats it. Walking through the front door, you with a batch for me, and Sonny going nuts. And
I think you forget I don't cook, let alone even make a sandwich.
And doesn't do anything in the house. I actually do everything.
This is absolutely true.
Look at the dust on that. It's disgusting. Anyway, I'll do that later.
Sack the cleaner.
Sack the cleaner. So in answer to that question, I'm going to come off stage. I have a cheese sandwich and a beer, which is like manna from heaven. And when I get home, this is where I want to be. So I hope that answers the question. I don't have to do anything.
You have no problem, do you? I mean, you struggle with jet lag massively.
Well, if it's a long way, if it's Japan or...
I think you milk it, if I'm honest.
No, I don't.
You're like the dying swan when you get back off tour. You're like, oh, I'm just so tired. I need to go to bed.
Where's my batch?
I just...
I just need a batch. If it just fits
actually,
in there.
For me, it's actually like 10 o'clock at night now, and I'm.
Do you know, that sounds just like me.
That's what you do, Willow. Am I wrong? Honestly, he is a dying swan. He's always kind of going, oh, my time zone is, and I'm like, no, this is the time zone you're in now. He has regular little naps. It goes on for weeks and weeks of jet lag, and I'm just thinking, suck it up and crack
Australia, you're looking at 2 weeks
maybe
to get over jet lag.
I bet nobody else struggles as much as you do.
Oh, they do. And the older you get, the worse it is.
I wouldn't know, because I don't get to go anywhere, darling. I just stay here.
Hang on a minute. How many holidays do you have a year?
On my own, without you?
Yeah, but still, you know.
I go to Spain and back. He moans about, I've got to go to Australia again. I've got to go to New York again.
I don't moan about it.
You do.
I'm very grateful for the work.
You moan like hell. He doesn't want to get on a plane.
God, I don't want to get on a plane.
Doesn't want to go to an airport.
We have this thing where I've made a decision that I don't get on a plane now unless I'm being paid for it.
I've offered to pay him to come on holiday with me, and he won't.
Look, my carbon footprint is just the worst. I have no rights to moan about pollution, because I've done a huge amount of destruction to the world. But therefore, I'm done with airports, and I'm done with airlines.
Whereas I love an airport.
You love like a retail village. You love Gatwick Village. You like Alan Partridge. That's his favourite place.
I just love it. I love going to the shops in the airport. I find it really interesting and fun.
You love shopping, and I hate it.
Yeah.
But you know, the thing is that we have this Amazon account, and millions of parcels are delivered every year, and every one of them comes to our house, doesn't it?
Yes.
It does.
They're all for weddings. It's not my stuff, I promise. Anyway, moving on. Next question. Dr. Christian Hain-Winkle.
They like to make it easy, don't they?
Dr. Christian Hain-Winkle 9745.
Oh, this isn't serious.
Question.
Right.
Are there any funny differences in behaviour between people from North and South? Much interested in that stuff. Keep on entertaining. So that kind of reverts back to what differences in behaviour. I would say one of the big differences is dress code. And I think that was something that I really struggled with when I moved down south. Yeah. Because up north, we get dressed up a lot more, and everything is an event.
We dress down to go out. Yeah. I do, anyway.
So going out...
I've got my combatty boy trousers on.
Yes, he has. I'm not going to talk about those because I hate them. We'd get dressed up to go out for a drink on a Wednesday night. You don't just go to the pub. You get dressed up to go out anywhere to do anything.
Whereas down here, you put sackcloth and ashes
You literally dress down. Yeah. And I think that is something that I just couldn't get my head around when I moved down south. I really struggled with it, to the point where we went to an event once, and I think I was wearing an outfit. I took 3 other outfits in the car.
At least.
I made Nick drive round the block. It was an art gallery event opening. and I made him drive around past the gallery like 3 times so I could try and suss out what people were wearing.
Yeah.
And then I got changed in the car so that I was wearing the right thing, because I couldn't gauge it. I didn't want to go in and be overdressed. I didn't want to be underdressed. And like, when you used to come and stay with me up north, we'd be going out and I'd kind of be like, are you not gonna...
I gotta be honest, most of the time I don't care whether I'm dressed or not.
Are you gonna go out like that? You're gonna put a shirt on? And you'd be like, no, I'm going out like this. And I'd have had a shower and done my hair and like...
Well, you always look immaculate.
Oh, thank you, darling.
But, that does actually go hand in hand with the work that you do as well, because you're kind of delivering a service to people that pay you a significant amount of money to do it. And therefore, it's about presentation, isn't it?
But that was like... This was before I did what I do. It's a real north-south thing.
Yeah, I agree that.
And I notice it even like in the weddings that I do, a lot of people at the weddings that I do, like London weddings, they just don't wear the clothes or get dressed up in a way that you would for a northern wedding. I think that's a big difference. Behaviour. I mean, I suppose he asked about behaviour. Behaviour, northerners are way more friendly.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, way more friendly. They'll chat to you. They'll chat to you on the street. They'll say hello to you. And I love going home for that reason. When I go back home and you stop in a petrol station and someone will just start chatting to you randomly and you just know you're home, and I love that.
Do you want a batch?
Stop it.
Sorry.
No more accents. Okay, final question. What's your... Oh, I can tell I didn't actually read these ahead of time. What's your favourite quality about each other, personality-wise?
Well...
You start.
So, I not just one, you've got more than one good personality quality or trait, but one each then, yeah?
I don't know. I mean, let's give them all. It's fine. Go for it.
Well, you and your mother always said this. You are a very natural mother. You have a very good relationship with your children, with our children. They come to you to ask for your help and advice with things first. And you're a fantastic grandmother. You really are.
Glamorous grandmother.
Grandma, yeah, you're a great grandma. And also, you are very glamorous and you're very beautiful. And obviously that was the first thing I noticed about you because I saw you.
That's not my personality.
Oh,
she
about
said personality.
Well, I think,
quality personality-wise.
Okay, quality personality-wise, you are a great communicator also with people. I think that's one of the reasons why you have a great client base. And you were really good when you ran your shops. You had 2 shops, Anne, at different times.
Yeah.
And do you remember the BBC would call you up regularly to comment on the bridal industry because you're just great on mic?
Well, I'm chatty. I'm a chatty gobby northerner. You fixing my hair for me,
you'll say to me, "Oh, look at my hair. It's gone all fluffy." And we'll have to redo it. Whereas
the whole thing.
Whereas I don't give a fucking shit.
I think surely, is there any other personality traits of mine? I mean...
Tell me more.
Come on.
Personality
I want you to
traits.
say nice things about me.
Personality traits. You're very gentle. Apart from when you're trying to get a fluffy dog back from the Salvation Army AI.
And then you see a different side to me.
Oh, you can, but we're not talking about negative things. We're talking about positive things. Another personality trait of yours, which is very, very endearing, you love birthdays and Christmases and events, Easters, all that stuff. They mean the world to you. I think because of the nature of your upbringing, there was some flux at those times. So therefore, I think you go out of your way to make it special for everyone.
Aww.
Even though I hate them. I hate those times and I wish that they would just end. I'm such fun to be around. Come over.
Well, let me think about my favourite quality about you. I think you make me laugh a lot. You are very, very funny.
Oh,
you're a very funny guy.
Well, you make me laugh.
I think you're very... My brain is going to the negative.
Go, it's all right. You can be negative too. Come on, it can't just be positive.
No, it can, because
I could
some
take
of your
I
negative ones
I
are
take
very,
things
very
to the
funny.
charity shop when I shouldn't.
You're great with the grandkids. You're so good with the kids, and they adore you, and I love that. You can be very nurturing, and
I can be. I can. It does happen sometimes, doesn't it?
And you really look after me, and I really love that. You're very special. You're very lovely.
Well,
you
actually,
bring me cups of tea every morning. Every single morning, you bring me a cup of tea.
I do.
And you cook every single meal in the house, and you do all of the
Tidy up after
cleaning, and you tidy up after me even when I don't want you to. You move my handbag. The second I walk in the house and put it down, it's like nanosecond and it's gone. Disappeared, never to be seen again. Shoes gone.
No, it's always seen again. It's in the place where the handbags go.
Okay. You have lots of good qualities.
Well, thank you, honey. I'm also a massive twat.
You said it. On that note, I would like to say thank you for listening to North and South. I hope that you like it and subscribe to it, and ask us any more questions.
Ta-da!
Ta-ra, Chuck.